Hey guys, and welcome back. Tonight is match day at St James's Park as we take on the league winners Manchester City. The hardest possible draw we could have got at home, we got Man City. And to be fair, going into this game, this is a match where I think both teams have got different priorities to the Carabao Cup. When you think about it, Manchester City have already got Kevin De Bruyne injured this season, Rodri suspended. Pep Guardiola, despite the fact of how good his squad actually is, I still don't think you can do the quadruple. I still think someone has to give. He has to be able to put his players aside and just prioritise the Champions League, the Premier League over someone. This is the game where I think they're probably for if Man City were to go, you know what, we need the players ready for the weekend. And as for Newcastle, I think it's a similar situation because, well, in 1 week's time, at the exact same time as well at St James's Park, we play PSG in the Champions League, and the possibility of Mbappe not playing means that Newcastle have got quite a realistic chance of winning. So, I mean, both teams have got their minds away from this game, so it's going to be fascinating to see. I think, especially with the team selection, I'm expecting the likes of Lewis Mighty, Lewis Hall, Timo Livramento, Eddie Arnes and Jacob Murphy. I'm expecting our players that don't tend to start on a regular basis to come into this game. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game straight away. It'll be like a 3-2 or 4-3 kind of game. I just feel like with the youth players out, it's going to be great to see. I can't wait for this game. It's going to be a good game of football. But first off, for me, guys, if you're new around here and you like what you're watching, make sure you get down there, hit that subscribe button. Every single match this season I will be here, and we've got Burnley and PSG at St James's Park before going away at West Ham. Then it's international break. And just finally on the topic, I'm actually being nominated for the finals of the Football Content Awards. I'm going head to head with the best content creators in the world for the best in video creators. So you wouldn't mind, guys, I'm going to stick down my pinned comment. Please vote for me. There's quite a lot of Newcastle United content creators in different categories, so I'm going to speak to some of them today so you can actually find out who's also going to be going to Anfield in November to be amongst the best content creators in the world. It's an absolute privilege and honour to be here. It's thanks to you guys, so thank you so much. Let's speak to some fans and we're going to head over to the player entrance afterwards and start building up what is going to be a great match day.
Hi, my name's Adam.
And Adam, what are we thinking for the score tonight against Manchester City?
I think they'll either win 2-1 or it'll be 2-2 and it'll go down to pens. When it goes down to pens, it'll go either way because it's a look at the dice, really.
Okay. Now, I think Eddie Howe, to be fair tonight, especially with Burnley coming to the weekend, he is going to rotate the team well now. Someone that I thought was incredible, especially in America over pre-season, was Lewis Mighty. Is that a player that you think could get some game time tonight, and if he does, do you think he's someone that can impress?
Hopefully, yeah. Lewis Mighty's quite special because we went to the same school, we went to Tampa Comprehensive. I left Tampa Comprehensive in 2005, so it's good to see someone from our local area come to do something as good as this.
I know, I can imagine actually. I remember going across the Mercedes-Benz team, which is in Atlanta. We played Chelsea. I mean, I'm telling you now, he actually backpotted Enzo Fernandez, who cost like well over £100 million. So he's definitely someone that has the potential. I'm hoping tonight he can get out to St James's Park and show the world what he's made of. But appreciate Adam. Take care.
I'm James, and I think the score will be like 1-1. We will win on pens.
You think we'll win on pens tonight? Okay.
And I think we'll give them a good game, but I think we're going to struggle to try and score. But I think we'll get one, probably like in the second half or something.
Would you prioritise the Carabao Cup? Because I think realistically, if you get Manchester City out, you probably are one of the favourites to win the entire thing. So would you do that, or would you actually go all out in the Champions League, despite the fact that realistically we aren't going to win the Champions League?
Like, the thing is, as much as I want to get through the Champions League, it's like probably impossible because we haven't got the team now. I think we need better players. Even though we've got a good team at the minute, it's just not strong enough to beat the likes of teams in the Champions League like PSG and all that. And obviously Milan, which we got lucky to get a draw against them, I was happy. But yeah, I'll prioritise with the Carabao Cup. Try and get a Wembley again, maybe.
Hi, it's Charlie. Hi, Speeder. We're from Charlie Talks Football.
Well, I just want to start things off with a massive congratulations because you've actually been nominated as a finalist in the Best Young Content Creator Awards. And I mean, it's crazy to say you're going to be going to Anfield in November with some of the world's biggest content creators. Just on a personal level, how is the support of your fans been to you?
I'm really excited. I mean, honestly, I never expected to be even a part of it this early. So, haven't been to Liverpool before, so I'm looking forward to go to Anfield as well and just enjoying the event in general.
Yeah, I'm chuffed for Charlie. It's just really lovely to be, shortlisted for the finalist award for him. He puts a lot of hard work and effort into his channel, so it's great to see so many content creators from the North East being nominated who work so really hard, who are creative and talented, a bit like yourself.
Oh, thank you very much for the nice plug there. But just like me, guys, as well as plenty of Newcastle United content creators, there will be a pinned comment down below for the actual content award. So make sure you go on, look at the categories. Newcastle United's media team is going to be there, so they've got their own sections. There's loads of Newcastle United content creators, and even the club itself up for grabs. So make sure you read the columns involved for the Newcastle United creators. But in regards to this night, it is match day against Manchester City in the Carabao Cup. I mean, there's a lot of question marks surrounding this game. Just what are your general thoughts about this match?
Look, of course it's going to be a tough game against Manchester City now. I hope that Lewis Hall and Livramento will get some game time, because, you know, it would be nice to see Eddie Howe play them. But I think it is going to be a tight game. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Newcastle.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough game. Man City, a great team. I'm sure they'll put out a decent team. Be interesting to see Eddie Howe's team and who he plays. Hopefully he gets some game time for the players who don't normally get game time. I've got a good feeling it's going to be a late night. It's going to go to penalties, and hopefully Newcastle can win in front of the Gallagher end and get through to the next round on penalties.
I'll send it to Nat.
Phil! Jeff!
I'm Peter Prologue on YouTube. Big game tonight. I'll be interested to see which teams are put out tonight, because I heard there could be some rotation from both teams. Hopefully to see Lewis Hall, give him a start tonight as well. But hopefully Eddie Howe will take this seriously, considering we got the final last year as well. Manchester City, I think they're resting a lot of key players due to injuries as well. But I'm going to see this to win 2-1. And in terms of the PSG game, looking forward to it. Champions League back at St James's Park after 20 years.
Were you there 20 years ago? Or?
No, I wasn't actually. But finally get a chance to experience it, and I cannot wait against PSG next week. See how we do. Hopefully it'll be a great game as well.
I have just now seen Eddie Howe's lineup for Newcastle against Manchester City, and for his squad, it's ballsy. I like it quite a bit. I mean, he's put Paul Dummett into the squad who hasn't started in years. He's got likes of Lewis Hall actually coming in midfield. You've got Jordan back playing out wide, not his natural position. It's a lot of changes in there. I think especially the back line, you've got Target, Livramento, Lascelles and Dummett against a Manchester City team that will rip us shreds if they turn up today. So it's a big ask for the defence. A lot of pressure on these players, but that's kind of it. You're going to experiment. This is the game where you do it. So I will give Eddie Howe credit. We'll actually have to see how they go in game. But I think for an initial, reaction to the squad, I'm intrigued. I want to see how these players get on. It actually makes the match kind of fascinating. How will the likes of Dummett actually do after all these years? He's still got it. I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see how things go. We're heading inside the ground now. My score prediction, I said 3-2 or 4-3, either side before the game. I don't know what way it's going to go. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Both teams will be licking their lips at this match. It's a match that probably ideally wouldn't want to have, but now it's here to test things out, they'll experiment. It'll be an exciting and a great game. I expect this to be a classic. So let's see if I'm correct in that assumption. We're heading inside the ground now. However, some fun that like.
First one of the game to Newcastle.
is, just like that, Manchester City are out of the Carabao Cup.
And so it's Newcastle United are going to the draw for the fourth round of the Carabao Cup.
Hello everyone, it is now the next morning. We are beating Manchester City and now we will play Manchester United away in the fourth round of the Carabao Cup. I mean, what is this cup look, by the way? We've got Manchester City, we beat them, now we've got Manchester United. On top of that, we've had PSG, Dortmund, AC Milan out of the Champions League group. So what the hell is going on with our luck this season? But to be fair, Manchester United have been bad this season. They haven't been good at all. They've got so much going on behind the scenes with players at court cases, players that are falling out the manager. And on top of that, I think the actual squad they're playing on the pitch is underperforming. So if Newcastle can't beat them now, when can we beat them? So yeah, I don't actually mind that draw at all. Away match as well. I like my away game. So we'll enjoy ourselves down there. Be a good 6,000-7,000 Newcastle fans. The allocation at Old Trafford, it's going to be bouncing. And to be honest, listen, we can do anything. If we beat them, who's left? We've got Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and that's before maybe a possibility of one of them even going out. So, I mean, listen, if we beat Manchester United, I probably will fancy Newcastle to go on potentially win the entire thing. We're getting the big teams out already, so it's I mean, it's a good chance here. We'll have to see how things go, though. But as for my actual thoughts on the game, yes, they are a good chance to talk about it now since there's not loads of people around this. But I mean, first half was bad. It was pretty bad. Now, I don't want to bash on a couple of kids, but Lewis Miley and Lewis Hall both struggled in that game. It wasn't working at all. I think especially their decision-making, the way they were on the ball, City just knew they could go at them. And Eddie Howe done the correct thing to solve my hard time. Of course, he's a young player. The last thing we want to do is get, I guess, fans in the media like slagging them off. So it's important for their own protection to get them off the pitch. And for the rest of the squad, especially second half, were brilliant. Now, the back line, Matt Target, Jamal Lascelles, Paul Dummer and Tien Livramento all deserve praise. I thought the back line was amazing. Back four, where all four of them actually don't play on a regular basis. All four of them are always going to be in the bench. They're not even on the bench sometimes. So the fact that they came into the squad, all done a job, and Tien Livramento has got the most praise out of the lot. But I mean, they were class. All four of them are class. So committed, give 100% of the team. I mean, you see Paul Dummer at the end of the game. I mean, the guy slid in to clear the ball and he's injured himself. And he's still trying to give it until he couldn't anymore. I mean, these are players that will actually physically hurt themselves to win us the game. I mean, they actually would die for the club. And that's the commitment that you want. You want players that, no, not going to get many opportunities. They've got to take them when it comes. And they were class, weren't they? And Newcastle going forward, second half were brilliant. Bruno and Gordon, those two subs completely changed the game. Gordon, how good is he? I banged on about him at Sheffield, I banged on about him every single game this season, but he just gets better and better and better. An absolute menace for Man City. They couldn't handle this at all. We had them rattled at times. Newcastle were getting him some good tackles. City just couldn't keep possession. Newcastle were composed, to control the ball. He actually started to properly slow the game down and move the ball on against City. You got to remember, this was the best team in world football. Newcastle are just moving the ball around as if we're Man City. I just love the confidence. And City, yes, to be fair, I think Guardiola probably did just throw the game away eventually. You could have brought the likes of Haaland on if you wanted to, but he didn't decide to do that. He kept his initial 11 on. I mean, to be fair, he still brought forward and on, but ultimately, I think Guardiola has purposely just kept some of the players off. We're not going to do that at all. We'll see how these lads get on, and in the end, they lost. So, full credit, Newcastle deserved it, and because of that, now it's anyone's game in the Carabao Cup. It's an exciting competition now. That's City out. So, what team's going to win it this season? It's a big ask to go to Manchester United. It is, but honestly, they've been pretty bad so far. So, if Newcastle turn up. Now, we'll have to see how we get on the Champions League. So I think we played Champions League twice before that game. I mean, if we've been able to win the whole matches now, I probably would prioritise the Carabao Cup at that point, because as long as we potentially get second or third in the Champions League, then listen, why not try and win a domestic major on? It's been so many years now. Let's do it all. Let's actually give it our all, and then we'll see how we go in the Premier League as well. But listen, we've got a good opportunity here. If we can set ourselves up nicely in the Champions League, then we can potentially throw one of the Champions League games away and then focus on Manchester United, and then you can come back to the Champions League afterwards. So it's always a tricky balance, because I think in hindsight for Eddie Howe, it's always going to be, well, this game's going to go well, this game might not go well, but it's easier said than done. You actually have to go for every game and hope that your players don't get injured. And the problem being is that, although we were class yesterday, I still think Newcastle's squad depth in some areas is lacking somewhat. We do have to keep an eye on that for sure. But listen, yesterday was great. Team was great, gave it all. A lot of players that you wouldn't see on a regular basis came in and just busted their arses off and got a fantastic result against a good Manchester City team. Yes, okay, it might have been their big team, but it was Newcastle's big team as well. So I don't really think it's an excuse to make. Newcastle were great. Fully controlled the second half and deserved to win it. Deserved to win that based on especially the second 45, in my opinion. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section, guys. I wish you all the best. Take care, and be back once again on the match day for Burnley on Saturday.